Happy New Year to all of you. I took a little break and I'm so excited to be back. I have a huge thrift haul to share with you, but before we do that, let's head to the thrift store and see what's on the shelves for 2024. As usual, the first thing I do is check out the colors of the day to see what is 50% off. Not that I walk away with many, because honestly these days I don't see a lot of things with those colors like I used to, but if I do see something I'm considering, 50% off would definitely make a difference. At this location there are some shelves as you enter. I like checking it out. I think this is where they put what they think are high demand or highly desired items. I did like this little brass tray, but $50, oh my gosh, is not happening. It does remind me though of that bowl from the new Studio McGee collection at Target. These stone drink dispensers I think are granite, although cheaper than what they go for new, still a bit pricey for the thrift store. These are really unique and great for a home bar. It's very busy here today. I like getting started on the back wall and then working my way forward. So I'm trying to navigate through the crowd here. I do try to get here earlier in the day to avoid this, but I ran late today, so I just have to deal with it. It's a lot easier for me to record with less people around, but I'll make the best of it. These bunny napkin holders were so cute. I could see them styled up on a table setting at Easter time. They were $3.99 for the set of 4, and not too sure what this is, but it looked really well made. It was marked Creative Copper on the bottom and had some interesting fur details there. Also, this Mickey Mouse bowl was really pretty. It was priced at $3.99 and in really good shape. Not sure why I didn't get this little horse frame. It was too adorable. It was marked at the bottom there. This train coin bank was missing the cap underneath, but this would be great to add a vintage touch on bookshelves in a playroom or a kid's room. I had this vase in my cart the entire time and eventually did put it back. I liked the carving details and the historical look and feel of it, but I wasn't sure what it was made of and didn't like it enough to pay $25, so back it went. And you all know I never leave the thrift store without looking through the art. This black and white horse was so good. I do regret not getting it. It was really good. I swap my wall frames fairly often, almost as much as I do table decor. So I like having lots of choices in colors and art mediums. Whenever I see something that appeals to me, I definitely get it. The thing is, here at the thrift store, you don't always see the right frame with the right art or the right art with the right frame. So you do have to visualize its potential. Well, I have a huge thrift haul to share with you all, but before I do that, I wanted to welcome all the new subscribers. And if you haven't already, I hope you consider subscribing. And if you're enjoying this video so far, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That was really exciting. Actually, that's about 3 to 4 visits to the thrift store. I know for a lot of you came here through my Christmas thrift haul, and there was a lot of comments about the prices. I'm in South Florida and things are just generally very expensive here. And I have been seeing an increase at the thrift store. But I found that if I keep looking and I spend the time going through the shelves, there are lots of things that I can find that are of a fair price. So that's that. And I also had a lot of comments about not shopping at Goodwill and the fact that things are donated. I don't shop at Goodwill. There are a couple big stores here in South Florida that I frequent. One of them is American Thrift Store, and then there's another store that's called Red, White, and Blue. I think they have other locations throughout the US. There is one in Hollywood, which is really right next door to the American Thrift Store that I go to in Hollywood. So I always hit up those two stores on the same day, and I primarily get a lot of my items from there because I get that question a lot. So it is American Thrift Store and the Red, White, and Blue store. When I started this channel, I have and still have every intention of replying to every comment. That's just something that I set out to do. But towards the end of the year, I kind of fell off the wagon a bit there because there was so many comments. That was a really busy time for me. I kind of fell off, so I'm hoping to get back on. I do read every comment. It is important to me to hear from you, the things that you like or don't like, or just your general feedback. A lot of you enjoy the haul as well, so I was very happy for that. Those are items that I started accumulating around the middle of the year. Hopefully I can do that again this year. Okay, I've been chatting quite a lot. Let's get into the haul. As I go along, you're not going to see prices on most of the items, but I am going to put it on the screen. I tend to clean everything before I interact this closely with it. The thrift store is really dirty, guys, and that's something that I think that everyone should practice when you buy something at the thrift store. In fact, when I bring the stuff home, I leave them in my back patio until I'm ready to clean them up and bring them inside. Some things are not that bad, but some things are so dirty, and if you just put it in your home, you're bringing all that filth into your home. So I do suggest cleaning everything up before you start decorating with it. At least that's what I try to do. I can't say that I accomplish that every single time. Sometimes I get a couple items the night before I film, so I don't get time to clean it up, and then I show it to you as is. But that is my goal. I got this at the Red, White, and Blue store. It is absolutely gorgeous. It is a print, like a little village. There are two people standing there. I love the colors of it. It has such an old feel to it. I may just put this in a different frame. I paid $3.99 for this. As you can see, I already took all my Christmas down and I redecorated. And this is kind of like the colors that I'm using. Not too much blue because I'm not a big blue fan, but I am using the burgundy. I am using this peachy, kind of a salmon color in a lot of what I'm using. Okay, this one is huge and absolutely beautiful. It's not an original. It has some texture to it, but it's one of those printed on something that has a little bit of texture, but it is really beautiful. I paid $4.99 for this, and I thought this was so gorgeous. I do love framed flowers. I'm realizing that as I'm looking at all the artwork that I have, I do have a lot of flowers. But I love the colors of this. I think that I will be changing the frame, or at least doing something else with this frame to sort of beef it up a little bit. I thought this was a great find and a good spring decor item. And then this piece is an original oil painting. It says Autumn Children on the back. I'm not sure how old it is, but it has a lot of texture from the oil paint. I just love the moodiness of it. It is a beautiful frame, has this linen matting on the inside. This is absolutely beautiful. I love getting my coffee table books at the thrift store. It's not only cheaper, but I can find a lot of interesting books that not everybody has. So this is the Holy Land, and I fell in love with this book because it has tons of pictures and history of locations in Israel. So absolutely beautiful. I was completely thrilled by this book. A lot of this can be really beautiful framed art, and I just love this so much. I paid $4.99 for this. I don't usually keep the covers on books. I would usually just go with the book cover, but I actually love this paperback that's on this here. I always recommend finding books on topics that you are interested in, because when you put these books in your home, it definitely reflects you. You should always decorate with items that reflect you, not what everybody else is using. I have visited Israel before, and it's a very special place to me. I was so excited to find this book. So if you've been on this channel for a while, you would remember when I found the 4 books on the French artist. I use those books for decorating all the time. The art in it is also so beautiful. I just found 4 books that are actually really similar to those. They are in these cases. I paid $4.99. These are the books. So this is actually the case that they come in. So it has a picture on the front, and inside the case is the actual book. It has this brown strip on the end and this very neutral color. Definitely a lot of history and art is in here. All 4 of them look the same. They're just different artists, and these are really great for coffee table styling. Really nice neutral colors. I can use this all throughout the year for decorating. Okay, so you guys know that I love finding brass. I love finding copper. I do have a couple of those, not a whole lot, but lately I have been loving clear glass. I was getting into it a little by little last year, but I do have 5 pieces of clear glass / crystal that I picked up and absolutely love. These are 2 tea light candle holders, which I thought was so gorgeous. Look at the shape. They aren't a pair. I found them at 2 different locations, 2 different times. This one is Orpheus. This one is that brand Villeroy and Bach, and they are so beautiful. Look at how shiny they are. Of course, I clean them up, so they look great. I'm not sure if this is considered to be an ashtray. It probably was made for that, although I don't know how. Well, maybe they can, the cigarettes or whatever can stay on the sides, but I love this for a candle. Look at how beautiful this is. Kagami crystal, made in Japan. It does have, like right on the bottom here, it apparently got a bit of a knock. It didn't chip or break, but it does have inside of the crystal or the glass has a little tiny bit of a crack, but obviously you put this anywhere that would never be seen. A candle in here, on a shelf, or on your dining table. I think this is so beautiful. Love, 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 love this. Then I also got this gorgeous clear vase. This, what is the brand? I think this is Orpheus as well. Yeah, this is also Orpheus crystal. It's very thick and heavy. It has this little swirly design indentation going around the entire outside of it with some fresh flowers. This can be so beautiful, especially in the spring. So I'm very excited about this. And then the final piece is this gorgeous glass basket, I guess it's what it's called, or crystal basket. This is a Waterford piece. I paid $25 for this. I was totally in love with it, and I thought for that price it is worth it. Nice quality, and again, this I could stash some flowers in here, or even just on its own. I thought this was really pretty, and I'm excited to use this one as well. And since we're on the topic of candle holders and tea lights, I did find a couple of candles at the thrift store. Last year I did find a Nest candle and I shared that with you guys. It was a holiday candle and I used all of it this holiday. I got that I think earlier in the year, so I kept it until now. This is Veluspa. I paid $2.99 for this candle. If you're not familiar, this is a quality brand as well. You can get this on Amazon, but they are pricey. I do have one in my guest bath. Coconut wax blend, and the scent is spice goji tarocco orange. It actually smells, I usually go for clean smells, but it smells really, really nice. I'll put a link to this in the description because these are available on Amazon and they are a great quality candle. In my Christmas thrift haul, I don't know if you remember when I shared the Costa Border tea light holder. It was a very pretty green one. Well, I actually ran into another one. So it has a little label on it there, Costa Border since 1742. Very pretty, sort of a salmon type of color, which like I mentioned earlier is a color that I'm incorporating this time of year. So I was really excited to find this. So I did incorporate this already into my decor, so I'll just put it back, but I wanted to share with you guys that I did find another one which was really special. And while we're on the topic of this color, I'm just going to show you, this is a piece of pottery that I also found which has that similar color. This was $2.99 and it was a 50% off item, so I paid $1.50 for this. It's marked on the bottom, so this is a handmade piece of pottery with this glazing on the outside. I love how the bottom of it has the glaze kind of dripped, so that was so interesting. Not sure what I could put in here, but I am using it on my shelf as it is with nothing in it, just because I love the color and I love the, you know, the glazing effect on the outside. And I also got this pottery vase with 3 little handles on it. It's very simple, very basic. I see a lot of the bigger ones and I do have a few of those, but it's nice to find these small ones as well, so that I could just put a small plant in and use it like in my guest bathroom. It's obviously, oh wait, it is marked on the bottom. Wow, that's hard to read, but I can see that it says handcrafted, so handcrafted piece of pottery. Apart from gravitating a lot to clear glass and crystal and colored glass, I told you guys last year that silver was gonna get popular again. It is trending for 2024, and I told you guys, remember I said it first, it's a very popular element right now in interior design. Actually, I'm going to do an entire video just explaining some of the trends that are happening this year and the ones that I'm most excited about. So that's going to come soon. But I found this silver tray, which I thought is so gorgeous. It's very patinaed, both on the inside and the outside. I am not sure who made this. There are no markings on it, or if it's there, I can't see it right now. It looks like it had like a copper finish on it that's kind of worn because it's a little bit brighter on the inside here. That's my assumption, but I love the two-tone of it actually. This is one of my favorite items in this entire haul. I absolutely love this. Then I also found this finger loop candle holder. It does look silver, but it also has like a brassy color going around the top there. It's obviously very well used, and I just love the simplicity of the design of this. I thought I'll share this one, although this is not something that I would use now. I just thought I'll grab this for later on in the year because I truly love these. Love the leaf pattern. And I also got a snuffer. So I have been wanting to find a snuffer for the longest while. I did find one, it didn't have a price on it, so they didn't want to sell it to me, but I wasn't crazy about it. But look at this, so beautiful. Cast iron, and it's really long and has this interesting detail on the end here, kind of like a pewter color, But love, love, love this. I have a couple snuffers, but ones that I bought, so they're not as interesting as this one is. When my son saw this, he was like, Mom, how many snuffers do you need? You have snuffers everywhere there's a candle. And that's really for him because he loves snuffing the candles. Sometimes he comes in and he sees the candles on. Mom, can I snuff the candles? And I'm like, no, I just put them on. So he's my original snuffer. He loves doing that. He always gets so excited when I say, go snuff the candles. He'll go around and snuff the candles. So, you know, it's just one of those things you enjoy when they're still at the age to enjoy silly things like that. But anyway, this I truly love. This one is going to stay out here on my coffee table. I also found this silver bud vase. Look at how gorgeous this is. It's like the shape of a tulip, I think. Love the silver. It's not very bright. It's very aged. Does have like some spots on it, so it does kind of reflect some age to it. But this is so beautiful for spring decorating with just a couple flowers on it, or maybe just one stem. This is so gorgeous. And I found this mirror without the mirror. It was half price, so I didn't pay a lot for it, but it's a very substantial piece. It is silver. This is the back of the mirror, very pretty. I figured if I wanted, I could replace the mirror on the inside there, but I actually think this is a really nice wall decor piece. I can see this like on the wall somewhere with a collection of other art pieces. I don't know. For only a couple dollars, I thought this was a great find. And I also got this bud vase, which I found to be very interesting. It is brass and there's no marking on the bottom, but I did look it up online and it's referred to as a bud vase. It does have openings on each side there. Maybe there's a glass piece that's missing, but I just liked it anyway, just the way it is. I can see this on the shelf just sitting pretty the way it is. I have an idea of something I can use this for. I don't know if it'll work, but if it does, I'll share it with you guys. But I thought this was a great find as well. I totally forgot to share this when I recorded earlier, only because I had it already styled in my home. I was so bummed, but I thought I'll include it anyway because this is also a favorite. It's a vintage silver plated vase I found for $7.99. It's got the right amount of patina and the size is perfect. I added these floral stems I had already and styled it with some vintage books on one of the floating shelves in my living room. And as usual, I save my best piece for last. You guys are not going to believe the size of this kettle that I found. Look at this copper kettle, how beautiful. It has the wooden handle and it is extremely patinaed and huge. I've never seen a kettle this big. I have found kettles over the years. I have actually sold a couple, but I think this was the best one I have found yet because it is so beautifully patinaed and just absolutely gorgeous. I'm definitely gonna keep this one. This was actually priced at $30, but it happened to be the color tag that was 50% off, so I paid $15 for this humongous kettle. Not that I'm gonna use it for boiling water or anything. This is definitely just a decor piece. I did give it a good cleaning. Actually, it says, it has a marking on it. Oh, it says Rome. Oh, that's interesting. It says Rome right on the handle here, so I don't know what that means, if it means it was made in Rome or if that's a brand. I'm not really sure. I just love the little dings on it. I love the patina on it. I love the wooden handle. I love the shape of the handle. And that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed thrifting with me and taking a look at my haul. Don't forget to leave a comment letting me know which item was your favorite. And if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed and do all the things. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye. This is so gorgeous.